MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com, here with Gaz
from MiniWarGaming.com.
And we're looking at this Death Guard army. It's 25,000 points of Death Guard right now.
A lot of points of Death Guard.
So when you see this, Gaz, what's the first thing you think of when you see the Death Guard army?
When I see this scale of army.
The scale.
I just think financial ruin. When I see this army, I think of what it stands for: disease, bloatedness, pestilence, rot.
Pustules.
Oh, that's a really good
Pimples.
Actually, that's better than my pimples.
Pimples, yeah.
Do not let me start for your flat. I think of everything disgusting.
Disgustingly resilient,
Yes.
It feels no pain.
It feels no pain. Does it resonate with me?
Ooh.
Of course it does. Absolutely. All of the Chaos Gods resonate with me.
They do they?
To a degree.
We're getting quite psychological here. So, okay, it resonates deeply with your soul.
It does, you know, and that's the aspect of the hobby which draws me and draws you. What's the favourite number?
8.
7?
Oh, now it's 7. Well,
now it's 7.
Nurgle's is 7. Corn's 8, but Corn's always 8. Infinitely 8.
Infinitely 8. The best
Sacred number. 7. Nurgle.
Yeah, but
Table.
look at the models, look at the conversions that can be achieved,
Yes.
look at the disgusting bloatedness of an array of models, and it's good because I think it's important to keep a theme throughout an army.
What's the theme?
Well, the theme is just being disgustingly resilient. No, the theme is the decaying look, but they can still function.
The decay.
Yeah,
Look.
I mean, who have you got? Oh,
Okay. I got Morty.
wow,
I got Death Guard Dad right here.
Death Guard Dad.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
That's a little bit of time travel because that's in the past, and then that's like present right there. So
I think there's like
right up
10,000
front.
years between these two, isn't there?
Yeah. So between him and the big version of him right out front there with the wings, they both are awesome for different reasons.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, there is an Easter egg on the table, which is a non-Death Guard model. It is a conversion, and it's on the table. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, but it's here. So if you can see it, if you see something, point it out. Heck, leave a comment. Let me know which one you think it is.
Yeah, definitely. You probably know it. Did you put it out?
I put it out, yeah.
Okay, so I can't see it. It's got to be somewhere here. I mean,
It definitely could be.
it definitely could be. So, how does this resonate with you?
When I see Death Guard, I think of impossible to kill. I think of so tough that you could be in the middle of a war, be shot with 77 bullets, your shoulders are completely blown to bits, and it's barely a scratch. Because you feel no pain.
And they would still lumber forward.
You would still lumber forwards, and you would just walk right through that cloud of flies, which in this case would be bullets, just like going everywhere, and you're still charging forward. So it's kind of like very Terminator-esque, like in the
Yes.
Schwarzenegger sense, where it's just like, you know, it's terrifying. It is
Methodical
terrifying.
movements.
Movements.
You know, it's moving with purpose. These guys don't shuffle anywhere for no reason.
No.
You know?
It's purposeful.
It is. And that in itself is quite scary because you know they've only got one direction. And
There's
that's
only-
through you.
It's through you.
Yep.
And you gotta go through them too, which you can't.
Which you can't because they're impossible to kill.
And they're also really good at like holding objectives in the game itself because they're so tough and resilient, they don't go anywhere. So, I mean, that's sweet. Now, a sad thing I must say is those bikers out front there, the Nurgle bikers, they're kind of not a thing in the game anymore. But aesthetically, I love them. Like they make me think. It's a bit ironic because they're so fast and they're Nurgle, so Nurgle's not fast, so maybe that's why they're not a thing.
Do you think they're slower?
They're probably a bit slower.
Do you think they have oil running through the bikes or like some sort of like toxic sludge?
Ooh, sludge, definitely.
Sludge?
Definitely the
Is that why
sludge,
they go slower?
I think, well, let's go with that.
Let's go with that. That sounds good, yeah?
There's some sort of like Nurgle governor that puts it on the engine so it can only go like 77 miles an
Nurgle
hour.
mechanics.
Yeah, I think something like that. But, want to see a conversion? This is the very first
Always
conversion.
want to see a conversion.
So this here is the first conversion, guys, that I made years ago. We're talking like years.
Hang on, confirm you made this.
This is correct.
Why have you never shown this before?
I have. Years ago.
No, you've not.
I showed this was like 16 years ago that I showed this up. Yeah. But I put the wings on, didn't normally come with that. This here, I converted this on, it's like magnetized, so you can like put the weapon on there. That's green stuff, so all the little pimples and pustules, that's green stuff. It's experimenting with like bone. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a metal demon prince.
Ooh, this is like original. You did this?
I did that, yeah.
I'm genuinely impressed.
Really?
Genuinely impressed. I've not seen this.
Oh, it's very
nostalgic. I like it.
It's very kind, guys.
It draws back a lot of things that I've forgotten about the original Demon Princes. And for me personally, I did a Black Legion one, But the wings, are these from a wyvern? Do you
Now,
remember?
this is a dragon from Lord of the Rings.
Right, okay.
So that was like pretty much the same. And I gotta say, that was back in the day when you would have undivided demon princes and you could put a mark of chaos on them. This is a demon prince with the mark of Nurgle.
The glory days.
The glory days, with hence the Black Legion color scheme in addition to the conversion on top
Conversion, yeah, I can see that. And it's, because I did one of these, very similar, but with Balrog wings from Lord of the Rings. It was huge. And that's why, you know, it makes me remember one of the first conversions I did. Isn't it great how, you know, every aspect of the hobby, you do something and then it reminds me of something that I did.
Yes.
So I genuinely forgot about that Demon Prince. That's amazing, honestly.
Thank you very much. I mean,
That's really
the
nice.
paint job is like, this is my own subjective opinion. It's a horrible paint job. Like, it's like there's zero skill.
I agree. Yeah, you are. You're absolutely. No, let me play you down. Do not play yourself down, okay? Or else I don't have a role in this world.
But it means a lot to me because I put a lot of time and attention to it, right? I don't normally show off my own paint jobs. It's normally just the collection as a whole. It's fun to do. You know, it's fun to just be like, yeah, this is something I worked on and was experimental at the time. And here, take a look at this. I gotta show this off. So I acquired Lee's Death Guard army, and so this was one of the models that was included. This is.
I have seen this
Many
many a time.
Yeah, let's put that back where it belongs.
Yeah.
So this is a conversion as well, which I love that about Nurgle. With Nurgle, you can like look at that. Look at the limbs in there, like acid rotting away.
Sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit with Nurgle
great.
conversions, and I think that's why orcs as well are so convertible. Because of this type of the lore. It's like very scrap metal, very, you know, the mechanic. With Nurgle, there's a lot of growths. There's a lot of like organic.
Random growths.
Random growths.
Yep.
In a general sense, chaos is like that with mutation. But in a Nurgle sense, it's like brought to like the 7th degree of amazing.
The 7th level. There is always a mouth in the stomach.
That's right.
I love that.
There's always a mouth in the
There's
stomach.
always a mouth in the tummy.
Why is that?
Like this one doesn't work. I've got to go straight there.
Yeah.
There's always a mouth in the tummy. Love it. It's great. You know one of the best things? Oh, you beat me to it.
I was gonna show. No. You,
Why? No.
What are we gonna say? What's the best? What's one of the best things? I wanna hear.
No, dude, it's okay.
No
You're
best thing.
You're the superstar. It's fine.
This is not. You speak untruths.
Okay.
I was a person who interrupted you, and you were about to tell me one of the best things. This is factually correct.
Well, actually, what's factually correct, we both had the same idea.
What was the idea?
Great minds. I was going to actually talk about the demons that are typically aligned with Nurgle.
Yes.
What you see on the tabletop, because demons can take any shape, we know this,
Any
but
shape.
the ones that have been categorized to be a part of the Nurgle power are amazing. Look, and you picked one up.
This was done for the Doom of Eolakinth narrative campaign. It was written by Miles Drake. He's a Black Library author, and I played the whole campaign with Tom Shuby, so good buddy of mine. This model was converted by Lee when he was here at MiniWarGaming. And there's a bunch of bits that aren't normally on this. So this itself is a conversion, and it's using all Nurgle bits.
Shall I grab another one for comparison?
Yes.
What do you reckon?
So that's the original, right? So we got the legs still, we kept the legs. The upper body, though, has been replaced with the Death Guard model from 40K, right? So Age of Sigmar, 40K, the upper half, right?
So he's large and grotesque.
Yes.
And he's large and grotesque in power armor.
He's shirtless out there, right? Getting a sunburn, and he's there, and
He's definitely getting his tan on.
he's got his weapon too. So
True. I mean, he does have the advantage of range.
yes,
As opposed to the corn scythe.
And the cool thing about conversions is that each conversion is unique, because you can have a model that everyone else has and you can put a unique paint job on it, and then you can convert that model to really make it an extra step unique on top of that. That's just a cool feeling, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
And so some of the other Nurgle units as well that are unique to a Nurgle force are some of their vehicles.
Yes.
Like the Plague Burst drone, what are those called again?
Those aren't Plague Burst crawlers. Those are the Plague Burst crawlers.
They are the Plague Burst crawlers.
Yeah.
I'm getting tongue-tied when I say that. I know what I mean.
These are
Lawnmowers? We'll come back to you.
Name that unit.
Put it in the comments. Blight drones. I know blight drones. I've never had a Nurgle army. I've never played with a Nurgle army. I've played against them.
I love the flash mowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just awesome.
Just mow it.
The lawnmower, if you will.
That's the lawnmower.
Go cut the grass.
Let's go cut the grass. Yeah, I like that. Churn the mud.
Churn the mud.
Churn the mud.
Yeah.
That's good.
Super sweet. And this one here, I gotta say, this is not a Warhammer model. This is a toy given to me by Spencer. Now Spencer is a really cool dude. He came and visited in the office one time.
Awesome dude.
I think he must have been like 8 years old when he did visit, and he just gave that to me as a gift, and therefore it's on the shelf in the Shrine of Chaos. So yeah, and then I concluded with the Death Guard army because like we're proxying for Death Guard. This could totally be a demon prince.
I don't call it proxying, I call it being creative.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of the hobby, is to be creative, hobby your way.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it is proxy.
It's definitely proxy. There's no way around it.
There's no way around it, no.
But that's basically it. Do you want to know which model was not supposed to be on the table?
Please do tell me.
You have 7 seconds to find it, and then I'll tell you.
Are you counting this? I'm not. I'm looking. I'm
7 seconds is now up. To answer your question, I was counting, yes.
Yeah.
So it's actually this model right here.
Oh, how did I miss that?
It's the big one right out front. It's that's Wing Smooth painting. They sent that. It's a conversion. One in the sea of conversions there. It's a conversion that sticks out because one, it's orky.
Very orky.
Yes.
Extremely orky.
And that's very funny because it's so obvious. There's no way you missed that. Why? Why'd you? Did you actually miss that? I can't tell. I can't tell anymore. Like.
I may have done. I may not have done.
No one will ever know, I guess. But
no.
It's a rock band, right? There's a singer up front. There's like a drummer in the back. There's speakers. That's what this thing is.
What does that remind you of?
That
And that's such a no. Let me narrow that down a little bit. If you were to take that image and model from a film, what would it be?
Well, Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Mad
Come
Max,
on, and it screams Mad Max. But what a fantastic conversion, and you know it's so interesting the thought process that go into people's conversions because it tells a story. It tells a story about them. It tells a story from the start to the finish, and that's the product. Look at that. It's amazing.
That's the product.
What a visually stunning piece.
Yeah, and the amount of time and attention put into that, can't even imagine how long that took. And every conversion along the way, and that's a kit bash. There's so many kits that it took to make that. And then there's the making of it, and then there's like the practical usage of the bits, like the drum set in the back. You got barrels, you have cymbals, you have like bells, you have things that look like they're part of the drum set. Like it's really awesome. Like it's
kit bashed on there.
Kit bashed right on for our viewing pleasure.
I mean, I appreciate that. I don't even thin my paints.
You don't thin your paints?
No, I don't. I literally, like GW paints.
Oh, okay.
You know the little lip on the lid?
Yes.
I put it on there and just do that.
I'm the same.
Right.
When it comes to painting, it's a very, I like to use the Ryan approach. So Ryan, my son.
Oh, that Ryan.
That Ryan.
That Ryan. We just had to clarify which Ryan we're talking about there.
Yes. He has this fearless approach. I call it fearless painting, but it was coined by Jarrid from Citadel Miniatures. He said it first. I loved it. I totally stole that from him.
I like that. I'm going to steal that from him as well.
And so I was painting a model, and I haven't modeled in years and years. Okay, I haven't painted in years and years. So here I am painting a Ravage Star Mini. Okay, and I'm half done using contrast paints, right? Doing the black primer, the zenithal white on top of that.
What do you call that? Is that what people call slap chop?
Slap
I'm
chop,
not a painter.
Slap chop is another word for what I just described, although a lot of people dry brush a gray and a white on top of the black, and then they contrast, and that's their slap chop.
I've done dry brush.
Anyway, as I was finishing my half a model, here's Ryan, he's finished 10 minis. Right beside me, working, hobbying away in the Zen zone, completely finished them all. I look over and it's like, he just went and did. There was fearless. There's so much contemplation. It was like, okay, what if I do this? I gotta get in the line here. I can't miss that. No, I want to use that. Maybe I should use. So much time like thinking, where he was just like doing. He just did.
So let me get this right. Are they the models that I've actually seen? And it took him the time to paint 10, as you did one?
Half of one. But
half of one?
Yeah.
How does that work? Because those are actually, I'm not just saying, those are actually really good. Like, they're genuinely good. Like, for that, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like, well, he was done. Like, it was the hobby evening. It was like a good 3 hours of just like hobbying and chilling, right?
Brian, teach me.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the way of fearless painting?
I know, it's amazing. I think it's great.
Not being afraid of making mistakes.
I think
he is fearless.
Yeah,
it's great. He does. But this is really a fantastic celebration. So this is a video that isn't the video. It's not the reason why it was set up. The reason why it was set up is because nurglesnurgle is here.
Nurglesnurgle was here.
And we did a collaboration, and this was part of it because it's very appropriate collaboration for nurglesnurgle to be here to nurgle it up at the show why Nurgle is awesome, right? So
Checking the name gives it away.
it's a very warm, fuzzy name. You say nurglesnurgle and it doesn't put a smile on your face, then there's something wrong.
But she is very warm and fuzzy as well, isn't she? She's got an aura.
You're saying
she has an aura.
She does.
She does. She makes people feel good.
This is true.
Yeah, just like Nurgle.
Quite objectively true. But thank you very much for tuning in to this video. And thank you, Ro, for filming it. This is an abnormal situation where things are happening in an abnormal way, but
improv.
It's very improv.
Very improv.
But that's the name of the game here.
It's the name of the beast.
Happy wargaming.